Hey, Pizzapotamus back here. We're going to be opening some Ikoria and Core 2021. Haven't bought some modern cards in a while, so excited to give these a shot and kind of see what's in here. Don't know a ton about these sets aside from the fact that the Ikoria has some Godzilla-themed monsters in it, so let's get into it. I'm going to do Ikoria first, and we'll do Core 2021 after. So I recently got back into some of these modern cards and purchased a bunch of Masters 25, Iconic Masters, scored 4 mana drains actually throughout the different packs that I bought from Iconic Masters, which was kind of cool. Also scored a ton of good box toppers, Liliana in Ultimate Masters. Well, this die is huge. That's pretty cool. It's so big. Wow, they really downgraded the lands, huh? What is this? What are all these things? First Strike, Menace, Hexproof, Lifelink, +1/+1, +1/+1. That goes over there. Some stuff. This box is pretty cool. I like that. I'm into it. So, I don't think I care about that. This is the... I'm assuming that this is probably land cards. I might curse with this, but luckily I have my handy dandy knife, so no more struggling with plastic. Yep. Oh, it's all foil. Foil lands, interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not very interested in that, if I'm being honest. Let's try to see if we can hit some cool mythics in here. All right, are they the back or the front? Looks like the back. We're just gonna skip all the commons. General Enforcer, Wingspan Mentor, Unbreakable Bond, Kahira, the Orphan Guard. I don't know if that's good. If I'm being quite honest, I probably should have looked some of this stuff up before I started. I think Fiend Artisan's in this. I'd be interested to get some of the Godzilla cards just to see them. But I don't really have a ton of... there's nothing in particular I'm really looking for here. I just wanted to check this set out. It looked kind of cool with some of the alternate art, which may only actually be in the collector's boxes, I'm realizing as I'm going through this here. Ketria Trio. So that's cool. A land that does three different colors. Of course, it comes into the battlefield tap because modern dual or triple lands suck. We'll never get back the glorious days of just straight up dual landage. Oh, 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 we got a foil rare. I don't even know if it's good. Extinction event. Choose odd or even, exile each creature with converted mana cost of the chosen value. That's kind of neat. 4 to cast though. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. It's a cool theme to have monsters. Obviously, it's good synergy with Magic in general. It's funny, I'm really only looking for the Fiend Artisan. That is a casting cost. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. Casting costs is pretty devastating, though. So I pretty much play... I guess you would call it vintage. I like to be able to take like any card that's ever been printed in Magic. I know that's an incredibly uncommon way to play the game, but it's how I grew up playing the game. Was just like there was pretty much just Type 1 and Type 2, and because kind of used to that, another Triome. So I don't know if those are ever going to really have value, given the fact that they come into the battlefield tapped, and there's no way to prevent them from coming into the battlefield tap like some of the other land cycles in the modern era. But yeah, so you know, just because I always was able to just kind of pull from any any card. That artwork is amazing. That's so cool. I like that a lot. I've just kind of gotten into the habit of playing that way, and you know, the few friends that I do play with, because I mostly collect at this point. I don't play as often. So the few friends that I play with, that's how they play too. So we just kind of try to build the best decks we can. Still, you know, follow all the rules of, you know, things that are restricted, things that are banned. Whoa, that's cool. Some of this alternate artwork that they did in this set is pretty neat. It's kind of, this is inspiring me to potentially want to get one of the collector's boxes. Ikoria the Collector, speaking of collecting. He's an ooze. He can be summoned. Like Aldrich from Dark Souls 3. The ooze. Summon the ooze. These packs are brutal. It's funny, like, I feel like I can, if I'm not filming, I can rip this stuff open no problem. As soon as I put the camera on, everything becomes made out of, oh wow, that's super cool looking. Froscare Mentor. Oh, he's the Bane of Monsters. Oh, he's a mythic. Oh, he's only 2 to cast. Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponent controls no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls, the bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. For 2 mana, well, that's pretty baller. I'm into it. Black and green. I don't think I have any black and green decks, but I'd certainly be down to make one. All right, so that was the mythic, which means we're probably not pulling another mythic, although we do, oh my god, we did get another mythic immediately. And it's like a full art one. Luca Coppercoat Outcast. I don't remember seeing this card, so I'm guessing it's not anything special. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the 1,000 variations of cards, but I do really dig that artwork. Not sure how I feel about it being on a Magic card, but just purely from an artwork perspective, it's sick. All right, last pack here. Oh, look, Classification. Isn't that the card that we got the... Yeah, that's not very special, is it? So no Fiend Artisan. I don't think I really hit anything that was of any kind of value in this set. These, like, weird token cards are kind of cool, how they just put them in there. So yeah, I don't think anything crazy in here. I'll look it up in a second, though, to confirm that, but it was a lot of fun opening it. Some of this artwork is super cool. This card, Chival, Bane of Monsters, is pretty sick. The artwork on this is unbelievable. I apologize if the lighting's bad. I've got the camera overhead, so I can't even see what it's doing. Don't like the triomes. I'd have to look into this companion mechanic to determine if this is actually a good card or not. If the card your chosen companion, you may cast it once from outside the game. Those are kind of neat mechanics where you can just pull something out of a hat, literally. All right, let's check out Core 2021. Here I know that I'm looking for Teferi again. I actually need a couple of Azusa Lost But Seeking for a deck. So I'm kind of stoked that she got reprinted. And she's obviously much cheaper in this set. Worst case scenario, because she's being reprinted, it's going to drive the price down. So I'm assuming we got another huge die here. That's so cool that they made him so big. I like that a lot. Box is pretty cool. I like the Ikoria box a lot more, but... Alright, so for this one, I'm not even going to open this now that I know what it is, and since that rare is probably not that good, I don't really care about that. So, get all of this out of the way. So let's see what this set is all about. It's fun just opening cards, honestly. I had said I wasn't going to buy any more modern cards because, oh, that's pretty cool. Full art card and a mythic right off the bat. What's going on with this? Are there 2 rares in each pack, or did I just get super lucky? Terror of the Peaks. I just saw this card, actually. I was watching a video, and I was like, wow, that ability is amazing. So I'm actually pretty stoked that I got that because that's super cool. Yeah, basically, spells your opponents cast that target Terror of the Peaks cost additional 3 life to cast. And then it says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So he's 5 to cast. Obviously, I mean, again, in the format that I play, that's a big casting cost. But that's a great card if you build around it properly. So I'm into that. And this Solemn Simulacrum is pretty cool too. I know that there's not like super rare. I've watched a couple of openings where people pull those pretty regularly, but and the Olivia Munn Soldier token. That's Olivia Munn, right? I know it's not. Looks a lot like her though. Psylocke, the Soldier token. Alright, let's see what's to Bloodfell Caves, Hellkite Punisher. What's the name of the other card? Terror of the Peaks. It's an uncommon. What does L mean? Oh, I'm an idiot. Land. That's weird. It doesn't have the rarity on that. Niambe, Esteemed Speaker. Oh, Tormod's Crypt. Old school. When a Niambe Esteemed Speaker enters the battlefield, you may return another target creature card you control to its owner's hand. If you do, you gain life to the creature's blah, 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 blah. This card, yeah, that's not bad. I like the fact that they're starting to do some of these lower cost multicolored cards. A lot of times I see, you know, my eyes glaze over when I open a pack and I see a multicolored card and I'm like, okay, it's multicolored, so automatically, like, I'm probably only going to play 2 colors, so if I see 3, I'm pretty much not going to use it. And then, you know, if it's like 6 or 7 to cast, then it's just out automatically. So yeah, so it's not 2 rares per pack. I just got lucky on that first pack. She's got haste. She's 3 to cast. Well, I'm not even gonna go into that. She doesn't seem interesting to me. I've actually, you know, for the last like couple of years, I was staying up on a lot of the sets. I bought a ton of M19. I really liked some of the cards that were in there, Tezzeret and Crucible of Worlds, and seemed like it was a good set to like get into. But what's funny is it's not popular and, you know, has lost a lot of value. But, you know, having what was the other card, the green card that I'm totally drawing a blank on. Somethingscape. Wow, that's terrible. Anyway, there were some cool cards in that set, so I bought a bunch of those. I bought a bunch of Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation, which is hilarious. Did actually pull a few Masterpiece cards. But yeah, then I just dropped out of it, just started, you know, continuing my position in vintage cards. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. If the spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards into your hand instead. That's interesting. I like the, again, low casting cost here. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling some of these design decisions that they did this time around. But yeah, I don't plan on buying a bunch of this. I may actually look into some of this, oh, there's the alternate art of Solemn Simulacrum. I may look into some of the singles and maybe pick up some stuff that might be interesting to insert some of the decks that I have. But I'm also not really feeling anything big coming out of these 10 packs because I already hit a couple of mythics. So, oh, the artwork on these lands is pretty cool. I mean, Magic is starting to feel less and less like Magic in that way, but I do dig the fact that they're did I know? Where's the rare? Oh, I went right by it. Snowstorm Entity. This spell costs 3 less to cast. If you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, has flying, prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That's pretty neat. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. Also neat. 5 to cast. Oh my god. Why didn't I look at that first? That's terrible. Would never use that. That's not enough cool abilities for 5. Again, from my perspective of playing Vintage, it might be totally doable in other formats. Chandra's Incinerator. See the 6 casting cost for 6. Meh. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponent this turn. That's neat. So this, in a burn deck, you could probably get this out for much less. It's got Trample. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, Chandra's Incinerator deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that player controls. That is pretty awesome. That's really good. The fact that you have the ability to reduce the casting cost on it definitely makes it playable. So, into it. I like it. I likes it. I see foil. Sanctum of All. Ooh, oh. All right, so at the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library and or graveyard for a shrine card and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. If an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, that ability triggers an additional time. All right, that feels incredibly specific. And casting costs, get the hell out of here with that. This guy, there's only 3 to cast. That's a good start. Put a +1/+1 counter on top of one target creature. It gains indestructible. That's pretty neat. Whenever one or more non-token creatures attack this turn, create that many 1/1 soldier tokens. Also cool. That are tapped in attacking. You get an emblem for -6, so you have to use the first one 3 times. Get the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 soldier token, then put +1. So it's kind of just a combination. That's cool though. Very, very cool. And that's probably the high point of this pack opening, because I don't think I'm getting it to fairy after that. Just saying. I could be wrong. Ooh, treasure. That's exactly what I was looking for. Scavenging Ooze. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put +1/+1 counter on, and you gain 1 life. Wow, cool. From a graveyard. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Last pack. For all the monkeys. Cancel. Oh, that does not look like a good card. I can just tell sometimes. Like Liliana's something or other, probably not a good card. It has flash. When Liliana's standard bearer enters the battlefield, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. Actually, I lied. This is actually a pretty cool card, because you could do things. I have a deck where I actually sacrifice a bunch of 0 casting cost artifact creatures, like Ornithopters and Phyrexian Walkers. And if you played this, you could kind of draw up that many cards to hopefully draw some more. And when you play them, the mechanic of the deck is basically to deal damage as you cast artifacts. So that is pretty cool. I lied. And I was wrong, and I'm man enough to admit it. So that was 10 packs of Ikoria, 10 packs of Core 2021. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.